Dun, 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 dun. Yay! Live. Hello, Anti Society. Hello. Big day today because apparently episode 159 is important? Question mark? Not really sure what I'm about to get into. Other than probably a cool fight and Seto. I am so excited that we're going to get some more Seto today. You guys know, my boy. Love him. So I'm excited to kind of see his fight. We saw him where he was like powering up. He has some cool new power with the like shield on his arm. So I'm assuming that at least for episode 158, we're gonna be seeing his fight, seeing where that goes. I'm hoping he wins. I'm assuming he wins because like he has to continue with the story in the group. So I'm assuming he wins in some capacity. Survives, at least. I consider surviving winning a lot of the time, so super excited for that. Hey, AB. I mean, people seem to be really excited about these couple of episodes. I'm my adrenaline is like already kicking in because you guys have made me nervous about what exactly I'm about to walk into with episode 159. And I have no idea because I promised not I haven't looked at the title. I haven't looked at any of the like screenshots or anything from it. I've completely blocked anything about episode 159, so I have absolutely no idea. And from the way that you guys are kind of, telling me not to look at stuff makes me feel that there's like something important that I'm not seeing coming. So my adrenaline's a little higher today than normally during my reactions, but it's fine. We'll take a deep breath. We'll have Totoro. I have a cup of tea. We'll just see. Okay, but like you guys, on a scale of like of intensity of like 1 to finding out Aizen is alive, where are we at? Because nobody warned me about what was going to happen with Aizen, like not even being like, "Oh, the next episode is going to be intense." I don't think anyone did. So I just went into it blindly. I was like, yeah, like Ichigo and Byakuya are like fighting, and there's some other stuff going on with like the mystery and stuff. And then it was Aizen. So I'm just I've been blindsided before, so I'm like my heart rate is a little bit high for someone who's like just been sitting around all morning. Kon, I don't know what to say. I'm okay with not being your favorite person today. Shouldn't your favorite person be Orukia anyway? I'm just saying. Okay. So AB is saying not not to the intensity of the whole Aizen thing. Because I was thinking about it too, and I was like, episode 59 was like the start of the intensity for the Soul Society arc, and I'm like, and now we're at 159 is like starting the intensity again, and I'm like, I hope that that was some kind of like plan, or it just if it's a happy coincidence, I find it interesting. The connection there. Yeah, see, gone. you got to think about it. I shouldn't be your favorite person anyway, so you got to stay loyal to your girl. I still feel like these episodes are gonna like put me through it. Especially considering like the last episode I looked pained for a good chunk of it. Because sad though. I don't like when people are mean to my boy. Hey VR games. Hello. I'm trying to think of like even what could be going on. I mean, we had the whole thing with like Geen who was like manipulating like where people were going to end up in the building. So I feel like maybe that's going to come back in some capacity. I feel like other than Sado and Rukia, because we left Rukia for the last couple of episodes, we don't know what's going on with her and her finding her espada. So we have like Rukia and Sado who are like finishing their fights, and then like Renji hasn't fought anyone yet. He's just like running down a corridor. So like, are we gonna deal with that? I assume people are gonna be going on to like the next fight. Like we haven't seen Ichigo in a while. I don't know if we are gonna go back to him because we do have like other character plot threads and we've kind of like seen him briefly, but we haven't like actually gone back to his story, him and Nell. So I don't know if we're gonna see like the next set of fights starting or like setting up those as we're like finishing up the rest. I don't know. I don't know anymore. But we're gonna do it though. Yes, the split screen struggles. I mean, I literally have two computers. Like I have my PC where I'm like streaming from and I have like the chat, and then I have like my laptop where I actually watch it. So I understand. I have like a whole setup. I could like watch it, I guess, on my PC, but I mean, my Wi-Fi has been good the last couple of streams. You know, knock on wood or whatever thing you like to do in your culture that's like good luck to like get rid of bad karma and stuff. But yeah, I just do it on my laptop. So I get the like double screen struggles. I do it too. Do I watch my own stream for feedback? No. Not really. I have like the preview that's like when you have like a stream set up, but that's pretty much it. I don't really go back and watch my videos in general. What's the resolution on Crunchyroll? Uh, not as good as Netflix. At least for 158, it only goes up to 480, apparently. Which is like a weird quality to have, but okay. We also have the whole, I don't know how many people heard about this. I didn't hear about it right away, that Sony bought Crunchyroll and Funimation is under Sony. So Funimation and Crunchyroll are gonna like be smushed together, which is interesting. It feels like it's breaking some laws, but it'll be convenient for me. I won't have to be like, was I watching that on Funimation or was I watching that on Crunchyroll to have it all in one spot. But it'd be kind of interesting. I feel like there's like some like having like a monopoly on like a certain niche of content, that there are some laws about that we're breaking. Yeah, our boy Sado. I'm gonna have to make like team Sado like shirts or something so I can cheer for my boy. Also, Machiavelli? I want to say Machiavelli, which is like the first way that I read it. Which is a different person. Yeah, Sony coming in. I don't know how I feel about Sony owning everything. Oscar! Hello. HBO had anime? I didn't know that. I don't have an HBO subscription though. Okay, before we devolve into even more randomness, let's get into episode 158. I mean, yeah. I don't know who's gonna win out, Sony or Disney. Like, it's gonna be interesting. I'm mostly just thinking about with the whole like Crunchyroll Funimation merger thing, is that Crunchyroll funds their own original shows. Like they make shows where Funimation doesn't, and it doesn't have like stuff set up to do that, which makes me feel like, are the Crunchyroll original shows just gonna stop? Or is Funimation gonna like take the that part of Crunchyroll and like include it, and they're gonna keep doing original shows? Because like isn't there's like a bunch of shows that Crunchyroll just makes that are gonna stop? Like isn't the Tower of God anime a Crunchyroll original? And it's just like might just like lose funding for it. I don't know. We should watch we should watch Bleach before I like get into the politics of monopolies in business. Anyway, episode 158 in 3, 2, 1, go. With some more Asian Kung Fu Generation to start us off. Oscar. Way off. I'm like, I'm ready to see Seto just annihilate this guy. I have faith in him. I want to see him rough him up a lot. Because he was just like kicking him around. He kept kicking him in like the side of the head. And I was like, that's never necessary. I'm sorry if there's like TS ASMR as well. I'm excited for when I can go and like go through the Bleach OST. I don't know when I'll have time. I don't know when like's a good time too. Because I don't want to like run into stuff that I haven't seen or whatever. Okay, I've just I'm gonna need I'm gonna need my Totoro for this because I always like flinch when people are in fights and they get kicked around. That's right, Ishida being a Jedi. Also, if there's really no fan art of him as a Jedi, I'm making it. I'm just saying. It's a crime if there isn't fan art of him as a Jedi. There should be. I loved that it was like an arrow too. Like it was never a blade. Mm-hmm. Look at that cool demeanor. He's got this. Yeah, I know that people have said that the openers have spoilers in them. I'm not that concerned about the openers having spoilers in them because I never know what's actually going to be in the show and what's not. Because there's always stuff that like doesn't make it into the show that's just like cool animation. Ugh, I still hate that. So like I won't really know what's a spoiler and what isn't until I see it. So I'm not that worried about the openers. I watched like the end preview too, which is probably far more of a spoiler than anything else. He's just playing it cool. Also, he doesn't like talk a lot, so him not responding is just kind of normal for him. He's a man of few words. He'll show with his actions though. Just wait. Yes, show me the cool power. Show me what his powers are doing. Because I want to know. Yeah, maybe it's like just fights and stuff, but I feel like sometimes they have like fights that don't actually end up happening, so I don't know which fights are gonna happen and which ones aren't. Dun dun dun. Hesse! Pitch is such a mess, and I kind of love him for that. He is nitpicky, actually. Fair enough. Oh, no, don't try to scoop it up. Ew. Infinite Slick versus Healing Drool? I feel like Healing Drool is more useful. Oh no. Run, Ichida! Run, Ishida! Ew. Oh, his cape! Ew. Just chaos. Look at the cool design for the shield on his arm, though. Uh-oh, the string fight music is coming in. It's about to get real. It is not like them. I agree. So what is it? Didn't I already compare it to Hollows? I feel like I did because it's like the shield, and I was like the Hollows like the Arrancar have, yeah, have a closer power to Hollows. To have the kind of shield and like transform your body. That's very like Arrancar like. Ooh, dang. You got this, Sado. Beat him up, my sweet boy. Faster. Not getting kicked in the side of the head anymore, which I appreciate. We've talked about the dangers of head injuries before. Ooh. How do I feel about him going to the dark side? I mean, he doesn't look like he's going to the dark side yet. Ooh. Except that looked like he punched him in the throat. Maybe I spoke too soon. There's no need to punch someone in the throat. He's starting to panic, though. Panicking during a fight makes you lose your concentration. Throat punch, man. Uh, can you imagine him having to put up with Saitama? Seta would not know what to do. It was Saitama would be way too much personality for him. I don't know how powering up his arm makes him faster, but maybe it's just like he has more spirit pressure that he has access to. That's oddly profound. Like power's animalistic because it's always changing. Seto feeling at home here. I mean, it does make me a little bit nervous. I did compare him to an Arrancar like way back when we got introduced to them. When we were fighting like Yami for the first time. And I was like, his power is a lot like Arrancar's, and he has like the beam of power too. Definitely sus. That's quite a released form. What's the like light energy building up? Did he turn himself into like a cannon? Because those are the vibes I'm getting. Well, that was I hope those pillars aren't important to keeping the roof up. I'm just saying. But did he transform more? He did transform more. Ooh. That's cool. Mm-hmm. He's a sweet boy, but you're in his way. Just saying. I also find it interesting that like we have all the Spanish themes with like the espada and the armcar and stuff, and Seto is also Spanish. He's like Mexican Spanish, but he's also Spanish. So lots of connections, which I'm assuming there's some purpose to that, knowing that Bleach is written the way that it is. Wow, he's just like not even trying, is he? Eh, Oh, I was like, what is that? It's a weird shape. It's a dragon thing? Ooh. He hasn't even like moved from his spot since like his right arm transformed. Okay, I don't mean to be the person because obviously I want Sato to win, but like why didn't he aim for his legs with that like rapid attack? Like aiming for his like torso. He of course he could block it. Ooh. Look at him go. What is that? Why does he have electricity coming out of his fingers? Ooh. He punched him out of. Ooh, look at that though. He punched him so hard his form disappeared and a skull got imprinted on the wall. How cool is that? Look at that cool guy. I'm so proud. I just love him so much. But I bet he feels a little bit bad. Even though this guy's probably gonna get killed off by the hitman. He's like Sato's not gonna do it, but the hitman probably are. He made it to the outside with the blue skies and stuff. So Aizen's gonna be able to know where he is. Like Sauron style. Ooh, is he gonna see them? Or is it a different Arrancar slash Espada? It's not nothing. Everybody's sensing something? Is it the newcomer? Oh, I remember you. You were talking to Ukeora about Orihime. Okay, that was some cool animation right there. He doesn't run away. It's not his thing. He did that once, though, with Grimjoe, and he felt bad about it. I really don't think he'll do it now, especially with his, like, new powers. But I don't want him to fight him, because he's one of the Espada, like, top 10, and I'm worried. Yeah, I don't trust a smile like that. You don't have any backup? I doubt that. I'm sorry, sweetie. I want to believe in you. But I feel like you don't know what you're about to get into. There's ominous music. Orange Afro is freaking out. I don't feel good about it. Excuse me? No! You can't do this to me. Oh my god, I'm like actually shaking. I'm actually like my body is like freaking out. You guys, I'm so worried. Am I gonna cry in the next episode? Where is this going? I'm like, I was already nervous about episode 159 because you guys telling me not to like look at stuff, and now I'm like even more worried because what's happening? Everyone keeps saying Rip Sato in the comment in the chat, and it's freaking me out. It better not, okay? He better be fine. Like eventually. 'Cause I will be a complete wreck otherwise. Ooh, pink hair guy's back. And we're gonna go back to the whole Rukia fight thing? Sure. Right, it's a chainsaw blade. Which is also just really cool. Ishin. Aw, Ishin. I don't feel great about what I'm about to get into in the next episode. Just gonna be straightforward about that one. I'm nervous. And I don't know what to do with my feelings. Thank goodness we're watching the next episode. Because if I had to wait, I'd freak out a little bit. Seta should have throat punched him. He did go for the torso, which is, you know, I guess it can be a good place to aim. Maybe not if you want to like knock someone out in one punch though. Really, you should go for like the kidneys. Gon playing the piano in the outro. Okay, let's put aside the panic about what's gonna happen to Sado. Let's talk about his cool power up because I remember talking about comparing him to the Arrancar. I remember doing that really early on because I was like, oh, they have like a shield like in their on their skin, and I'm like, that's a lot like Sato's power. And then, um, gosh, I just lost my train of thought with that. My brain just like stopped working. Oh my gosh, I'm too overwhelmed by the way that that ended. But okay, I remember talking about that, and I remember also saying that I was like, well, it doesn't make sense that like he only has the one arm that has some kind of power to it or some kind of shield to it. So I was like, there must be like some other reason for it. Like there must be like some other armor on other parts of his body. I was like, doesn't it make sense for his like whole body to transform than just his arm? Like it felt like a weird like single part to isolate. So like the fact that he does have like the two and they're like different color choices, again playing off of the you know black doesn't mean evil, white doesn't mean good because we had like Diablo, which is the left one that had the white with the red, and then his right one is the black with the red. So the Diablo side has the white. So it's playing off of, that that play on expectations that we've been talking about for like the last couple of reactions. I should probably not be talking about it so much, but it's just something that keeps coming up about the coloring choices. It was cool though. It was cool. I was trying to think if I was also trying to think like if Sado was right-handed or left-handed because having a shield on your right side usually means that you're left-handed because you have like a shield in like your least dominant hand so that you can fight with your dominant hand. But I guess if he's like ambidextrous, it doesn't matter. And it probably doesn't matter in general because like whether you're right-handed or left-handed doesn't really say anything about who you are as a person. And yet I wonder about these things. I'm I might be rambling a little bit because I'm buying time for having to watch the next episode because it makes me nervous. So there's that too. Yeah, AB, I do think that there was like a little bit of some kind of action plan was called for in that like they did just like jump in to like this entirely different, I don't know, dimension, I guess, that they knew was going to be full of enemies without knowing what they were getting into. Like, because they've only met, I think, two of the Espada. They met Yami and Grimjo before they came. And I guess Ukeora as well, but we don't know his number. So, like, and they, so I'm just like, why would you just, I understand that they were trying to like help Orihime and it was like a bit of a impulsive thing, like going off of their emotions and stuff, but like just a game plan. And Ichigo was like, I'm gonna go by myself. And, you know, everybody decided to come with him. And, you know, in the case of like Orukia and Arenji showing up later, like, they don't have backup. They're like expecting there not to be backup. Like, they don't expect the Soul Society to come and bail them out. So, I mean, I have my own theory that like someone at the Soul Society will bail them out, or like Ishin or like Urahara, because like Urahara couldn't get into the Soul Society because he's banned, but I'm assuming he's not banned from going to Hyunko Monde. I always say it wrong and I know I do, but you know, like so like maybe they possibly could have backup, but they're not planning to. It just seems like a poorly, if not at all, thought out plan. Yeah, I think I've heard of that, AB, of white in certain like Southeast Asian cultures representing like mourning as opposed to like what we think of like in Western culture is like purity, which I guess like there's a certain kind of purity in if like you believe in like reincarnation and stuff. So like I guess in a way their soul is like in its purest form because it's not like tethered to the physical plane and stuff. I'm sure there's like some like religious and mythological connotations to that, and I don't know enough about it to speak on it, but I'm sure someone knows. I'm sure I would go down a research rabbit hole if if I wasn't on a live right now. Guys, Oscar, don't troll me. I mean, yeah, they did pick up some Arrancar along the way, but none of them are with Sado, so I'm a little bit worried about that. Like he's literally by himself. And like they can sense him and that he's fighting someone and that there's like some really like strong intimidating power that's coming from like the same direction as him, but like I don't know if they can get to him because the only person who's like made it to that like outside world with the blue sky is Orukia, and she's like in the middle of something. She's like dealing with some stuff, so I'm just worried. If I cry, I do have tissues that are just like always on my desk because I don't trust Bleach not to make me cry, or anime in general. Why didn't Ganju or Hanataro come to help? I mean, maybe they're trying to come and help. I don't know how much Ganju knows though, because Ganju isn't technically part of the Soul Society. So would he know what was going on? Or would he not know about news and stuff about the living world and like the the threat that the Soul Society is up against with the whole Aizen thing. Like I don't know how well informed he would be because he was like living outside of the Soul Society, and I assume that that's like where he is now with his sister. Totoro. Totoro's right here. I didn't eat them. Ready for the pink hair guy? The pink hair guy intrigues me, but like I don't know if it's like in a good way. Yeah, I know Ganji's from like a fallen noble family, 'cause they talked about them, but they don't like live in the Soul Society anymore, and I don't think they're part of it. So I don't blame Ganji for not being around. And I don't know if I'd want him to be around because there's Espada going around looking like his brother. That would make me cry too. Maybe Ganju's sister knows something, but they're not like really, because there's lots of souls that like aren't in Soul Society, so. Okay, should we just watch episode 159? Should we just do it? Which spot am I most hyped for? Mm, I think like I'm intrigued by pink-haired guy, but I feel like I'm most hyped for Ulquiorra because we've seen him a lot just like around, but we haven't seen him like properly fight or use his powers or anything. And I don't know, I know he's like an Espada, I don't know what his number is. So I feel like they've been like teasing the mystery of him because they've been focusing on him since the beginning, but we don't actually, at least I don't at this point, know anything um about him. So I'm kind of hyped to see like what his powers are and like his true form or whatever. Okay. Should we just watch it? Should we just rip off the band-aid and like accept our fate? Totoro is literally like on my lap. Like I I don't have a good feeling. Okay, deep deep breath. Inner peace. We'll be fine. It's fine. In three, two. Wait. I actually started it. Okay. In three, two, one, go. I'm so worried. Guess the Espada numbers? I think I guessed some of them. Like, didn't I say that I thought Ulquiorra was like 3? I think I said something like that. Disappointed for seeing me drinking from a normal sized mug? Yes, no Titan mug. It's my senpai mug though. I thought it was applicable to the whole anime thing. My other mug just says, uh, love you to the moon. If I could get a giant mug that was also anime, I would. Maybe I'll just make one. 'Cause I actually used to teach pottery. So, when I was a visual arts teacher, I was in charge of the pottery uh section unit, and I actually did make a lot of mugs. So I actually could just make a giant mug and paint something anime related on it. Yes, certified senpai. That's me. Just talking about how I was a teacher, so I guess it is true, isn't it? They're gonna make me live through the last couple of minutes of the last episode, aren't they? They're gonna be like, look at Sada being attacked because they always make me live through the most painful part again. I hope they show his cool punch though. Of him yeah, that part. Of him having like JoJo vibes. Yes. And then the guy with it's like a double scythe thing. That's a giant like I'm assuming it's a Zanbakuto. I feel like for most of this episode, I'm just gonna look physically in pain. Because I will be in my heart. Pink haired guy. Another person who wears glasses, so like we've said, could go either way. They're either evil or a genius or both. I don't like it when you can't see their eyes though. Like whenever their eyes get like the glare happens, you can't see their eyes, that usually means they're hiding something. And he seems very interested in Adenchi. Is that who we're fighting? Oh my goodness. Uh, oh, he's worried. I'm worried too, Ishida. Because he's gonna try and get to his friend. My heart rate is so fast right now. Ugh. I feel way more apprehensive about this if someone's like spirit pressure goes out because in Soul Society I was like, nobody's trying to kill anyone though. Like they just want to capture and question. But with the Arrancar and the Espada, I'm like, they would definitely try and kill someone. Like I don't think Aizen would necessarily care. Hello, Senna. We're going through it in this episode, these couple of episodes. That's where I'm at too. He's not dead. He's not allowed to be dead. He is not dead. I agree. I refuse. I care. Especially like Orihime, like she's gonna feel a whole other level of guilt about this because if she's like worried about whether or not Sato's alive or not, she's just gonna keep thinking that like he came to help her. Ooh! Hime! Seems like not a smart move, but ballsy. I would not have expected her to have an outburst like that, but just hanging out in a tree? Hello, who are you? I mean, they said his name, but okay, so finish him off so he's still alive? He's just down for the count? Teeth as butt as Slender Man? Oh my gosh, Sado! Why are we still picking a fight? I just want you to survive. I know it's not like how you do things, but oh. So is he just an Ankar or is he an Espada too? I feel like he's not an Espada. If I remember seeing them. Ooh. It seems like a lot of confidence. I'll be looking forward to someone to just like annihilate him in a fight. Are you? I don't know his number. I'm assuming not though. Are we gonna choose or are we gonna split up? Uh-oh. Oh, took away his ability. Is that whoever's controlling? I'm assuming it's pink-haired guy making, like, isolating Arenji somewhere where he can, like, pick a fight with him. He probably doesn't know. You're assuming that you're 6? Ooh, some kind of battle, I'm assuming. Yes, introduce yourself. Okay, I'll try to remember. I'm bad with names, though. I'll try my best. Number 8? Oh, I'm not gonna remember that. It's a lot of syllables. We're only halfway through? Good lord. So, Renji's gonna fight in Espada too. Uh-oh. He's gonna, like, crash down. Probably behind him. Wait. Nope. It's gonna come from somewhere else, isn't he? Yep. Yeah. Pink hair scientist time. He does look a bit like a scientist, doesn't he? He looks very unamused with what's happening. Oh, he's a researcher. Is he a researcher like Mayuri? Or a researcher like Urahara? Because they're slightly different vibes. Ooh. Oh, there's a mark on his eye. His foot. You're against violence, me too. Ooh, the music shifted. Basically a poor man's Mayuri. Yeah, I'm like, is this like, let's not like let's wipe out an entire, I don't know, race of people kind of scientist? Or like just curious about how the world works scientist. Ooh, no. He's a Pokemon. Dundo Chaka Pokemon. He smiles a lot too, which makes me not trust him. He's got a bit of a snake smile. So that's why the interest. Beat him up. I mean, we all know that I just want to see Renji's Bankai because it's my favorite. Fighting music starting. I mean, I feel like we're gonna run into some problems because he's just jumping right to the Bankai, and then this Espada hasn't really geared up to fight yet. Yeah. Doesn't look good. Yeah. Trust me, I remember this. It's definitely some nightmare fuel. All of these people are starting to fight against Espada, and it's really freaking me out. Yes, the demonic octopus thing. I don't know if I needed close-up shots of it. That seems... Excuse me, how many hollows? Um, come again? And you're not gonna show me? I feel like I spent that whole episode just stressed out. Yeah, I noticed that too. They like recapped the fight. They didn't really go into it again. They showed like a few new clips, but they didn't really show anything really new. Yeah, the nastiest release. I don't know what it's like, just like a blob like of evil. I don't know. Okay, AB. So they kind of moved the fight with Rukia a bit sooner in the anime. I mean, they didn't just use the same thing. Like they didn't like copy and paste. Um they did like add new stuff in. So it wasn't like exactly the same. Yeah, I mean, at the moment Sado is alive, I don't know what's about to happen with him. Because they don't have Orihime to help heal. So we're gonna get some more backstory? Mm-hmm. Hugin's like, I mean, they're basically the same thing. Ooh, Gin is such a troll, though. I mean, at least for now, everybody is still alive. Silver lining. The title for episode 159 would have stressed me out. I don't know what the title is. I'm sure it says something about. I'm assuming sad though. Because that's why you're like, it would have freaked me out. Here, Bleach episode 159. Let's see. Oh, it literally just says Sado dies. Yes, I would have freaked out. Mm-hmm. I would have freaked out. Good call on the telling me not to look at the title of this episode. Because I would have freaked. And maybe like refused to watch it out of spite. I was thinking, yeah, like I was saying, like, what a troll title. I was thinking that I'm like, what a clickbait title because he doesn't. So, like, what a way to freak people out for no reason. Because he doesn't die. He just gets a little beat up. And by a little, I mean a lot, but it's probably fine. Do you think Gin came up with the title if it's like a troll title? I'm stressed out, you guys. I'm not gonna even pretend that I'm not stressed out, because I am. Uh, all of the Espada are coming out of the woodwork. We've kind of gone past the kind of middle round of fights. I kind of felt like the beginning of this arc was like when we were in like the Forest of Menos and stuff. It was like warm up kind of fights where it was like enemies that we knew that they could win against, and then we had like the 3 number Espada that were like kind of in the middle, preliminary kind of stuff, and then I feel like we're getting into like the real fights now with all of like the Espada and stuff like that. Davi, a little late, a little late for this one. But that's okay. You can watch it later. Yeah, like now we're with like the Espada, like we dealt with the ones that like didn't make the cut, the Espada that like had to be replaced because there were stronger fighters, people with more spirit pressure and stuff. And now we're getting to like the real fights, and I'm worried. So who do we know Yami is 10. We know pink-haired guy is 8. We know Grimjo is 6. Do we know any of the other ones? If I saw it, if Oscar, you wonder if I saw the title before I reacted to it? No, I didn't. I didn't look at it at all. I had no idea. Octopus Man is 9. That's right. We know 8, 9, and 10 and 6 cuz Grimjo. Well, yeah, Loopy was 6, but Grimjo's kind of like the main 6th Espada. Um how would I have reacted if I had seen the title? Oh, if I had seen the title for episode 159 before I reacted to it, I feel like there would have been some colorful curses, maybe some tears of denial. It wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been good. So we know like 4 of the numbers, right? So we don't know what eye patch guy, the teeth Espada, we don't know his number. And we don't know Urquioras. And I'm sure there's still like a couple that we haven't met officially. Like they were in the um like the shot where they were all sitting down to tea, but we haven't like properly been introduced to them yet. So there's like 4 that we know the numbers of, and then 2 that we don't know the numbers of yet. So we're still missing 4. Oh, yes. And what is Wonderweiss an Espada? Because I can't remember if he was like officially an Espada because he was created like right before they like went to the living world. I didn't know if he actually made it into the ranks or not. I see the panel, like the shot where they're all at the table every time in the opener, and I still can't remember who I haven't seen. I know there's one. I always think of him as Mr. T, but there's the one I know there's another one that we haven't met yet. So I know there's a couple that like we haven't seen. There'd have to be 3 more that we haven't been properly introduced to. My favorite villain group in anime? Oh, goodness. Homunculus, Espada, um, Akatsuki. I don't think I know who that is. Phantom Troop, Visored. Um, I'm conflicted between the homunculi and Phantom Troop because it depends. Are we talking about the homunculi from Brotherhood? Because in that case, no, Phantom Troop. But if it's the homunculi from the 2003 show, then yes. I felt like they were, because in Brotherhood, they're really oversimplified on purpose. Like they're supposed to be oversimplified. Like they're all named after like the seven deadly sins, and they're supposed to like be personifications of those sins. So they aren't really like fleshed out as like characters in Brotherhood intentionally, whereas in the 2003 show they're more complicated. So I quite like them. I like the Phantom Troop though. I'm always conflicted though because I love the Phantom Troop, but also the Chimera Ant arc is so good. So like if I was gonna pick something from Hunter x Hunter, I might pick the Chimera Ants. Okay, so Wonderweiss is an Espada. I thought he would be because they're implying that he's like the strongest one. I just didn't know if he was like actually if he was actually part of the group or not. I'm sure I'll find out as we get into it. Oh, okay, no. They answered my question. I was just like not caught up in the chat of he's like at the level, but he isn't actually in the ranks. Yeah, see, that was my thought. I'm like, I feel like he's strong enough, but I didn't think that they like officially added him into the Espada. I don't know if I would punch Teeth Espada. He seems a lot stronger than me. I feel like he wouldn't even notice. We don't have 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1. That's true. We don't have like the top 5. I'm assuming we've met one of them because we've met at least 2 of the other Espada. So like if one of them is 7, then one of them's in the other one's in the top 5. Greed or Grimjo? Greed. Because Greed has a lot more depth to him, both like in both shows, both versions. Brotherhood, he sticks around for a lot longer. Um, Greed is kind of an exception with the homunculi in Brotherhood. I think Greed and Envy are done really well in Brotherhood, despite them kind of being oversimplified overall. They get a lot more time to just kind of be characters. Seto or Killua? My heart. Both. Both. I don't want to choose one. I think Killua might win in a fight though. Cause Seto like doesn't have the instinct to like kill on sight. Killua does. How do I feel about the arc so far? It's been putting me through a lot of stuff. I was actually thinking about this the other day because like I was like the last arc, like the beginning of kind of the Arrancar arc was like a bit slow, but then I was like, yeah, but they're like trying to set up so much stuff because I know that the Arrancar arc is like most of Bleach, so they have to set up a bunch of ideas and a bunch of different groups of people and different conflicts and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of understand that being a little bit slow. And then we had them just kind of traveling towards Las Noches. And there was some cool stuff in that. But I felt like it was a lot of like character kind of moments. Like it was a lot of people dealing with like their own doubts about themselves and then inner conflicts and doubts and stuff like that. So I feel like it's only starting to kind of pick up. Um I'm enjoying it. I feel like it's only going to get better. I feel like I went through the like slow, let's set up the story because this is like the main story with the main villains for like the majority of what the story is going to be for Bleach for the next like 100 plus episodes. So it's just gonna take time to like make sure that all of the characters and conflicts and different groups within that are like established properly. Um so plus I know that they were like catching up a little bit to the manga while the anime was coming out, so it's like drawn out on purpose, which is just like one of the things you have to put up with if you're watching shonen, especially shonen that's like continuous, unlike kind of more modern shonen. I feel like shonen now is kind of in like 25 episode spurts and then they like take time off unless you're One Piece. So it's a little bit different storytelling. I feel like there's like less filler when you kind of like take time off, whereas when you don't take time off releasing episodes, you have to slow things down sometimes. Greed Joe. Actually, that would be really, really interesting if Greed was combined with Grimjoe. I would love to see that. If that is not a thing that someone has like painted, I will be so sad. And I might do it myself. Because that would look so cool. Because Greed like has the like teeth in his design, which is like the same as Grimjoe. He has like part of the hollow mask. So it would be like even aesthetically and the spiked back like pulled back hair. So even like aesthetically it would be pretty easy to like mash those two characters together. And the personalities, he'd be so evil. He'd be a great villain. I'm just saying. Gon or Excalibur from Soul Eater? That's so difficult to say because I feel like Gon is like actually useful to the plot at least some of the time. He doesn't get a lot of screen time. And when he does, he's kind of used as like comic relief. But like Excalibur, like the sword is important to the plot, but the personality of the sword isn't. But Excalibur has a song, and I randomly sing it just going about my life. So that's a hard one. I might say Gon. I think I like Gon more than Excalibur. Yoroichi or Blair? Yoroichi. Blair like really doesn't have any reason to be in Soul Eater. She does nothing. So she's just sort of there. Whereas Yoroichi like legitimately kicks butt. Do I have hope that Ichigo and friends will beat Espada and Aizen? Not in like not right now. Not as they currently are. I do not. No. I don't think any of them are at the level currently as I know their power set that they could get anywhere near Aizen. I don't think they're there yet. I'm hoping eventually. I'm hoping eventually they beat the Espada and Aizen. But I I don't have a good feeling about it now. I feel like maybe they can handle a couple of the like lower ranked Espada, I'm not feeling good about the rest of it. Have I seen the My Hero Academia season 5? Yes, I've been watching season 5. It's a little bit slow. I found that I really only enjoyed like the first, I want to like 3 seasons of My Hero Academia, if I'm being generous. I felt like season 4 was a lot of dragging their feet as well with the story. Season 2 is incredible. Season 2 is an amazing, amazing season, and Studio Bones definitely deserve to win the award for like best animation because holy crap, it's so good. Do I think their splitting up was a bad idea? Oscar, I'm pretty sure I said at the beginning, I was like, this seems like a bad thing because then you'll be by yourself. Then what do you do? Will I ever recover from the trauma of Seto almost dying? I still haven't recovered from Renji almost dying, so I'm gonna go with no. I'm still upset about what Byakuya did to Renji. I don't think I'll ever forgive him for it. So I feel like if we're gonna keep going with the whole like Seto being injured and nearly dead thing, it's gonna stick with me. But I'm gonna have to go soon, guys, because I gonna make lunch. I'm going to get some work done and some other stuff and try to de-stress about what just happened. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. I have a feeling it's only gonna get more intense. And anyone who doesn't know, I did post a calendar schedule over on the Discord of like what's coming out in September and like what days and stuff like that. So if you want to know when stuff is happening, you can go over there and look at that. It's in the announcements section. There's also still the poll up for movie night this weekend. I'm gonna do it on Sunday, so you can vote for the films over there. And whichever one gets the most votes we're gonna watch. I'll probably like announce it Friday. Will be like the last day where I'll kind of talk about it because we'll be back on Friday for more Bleach. So yay. So you guys can go check out the Discord if you want to like vote and see what's gonna be happening. Very exciting. I like Go more than Excalibur. Excalibur. Fool! I can hear it. Okay, yes. Bye-bye. See you guys Friday for more Bleach. And more of me just like being in physical pain because I care about these characters too much. And I will see you guys in the other videos or on Discord. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.